Please pass the microphone. There's a practical question, valuable to everyone. You are a very serious person who really listens to my lectures, because everyone listened, but only you asked this important question. What does it mean to think of holiness during cooking? Do you have something holy in your life? To be true, I cannot visualize something, but do you have an icon, some holy place, some scripture? I do have a holy person in my life. Just place this icon there where you cook. Holiness you feel is connected to some event. Maybe you saw that person as holy, or you heard of her as holy, or you felt that some event took place in your life that brought you this holiness. Please tell me what it was. There was no situation. I bought this icon when I went to Vladimir. This is the situation. And this saint person, she is Antonina, and this is also my name. So that is why she is holy. Well, to me it is quite difficult to perceive her. Why is it? Do you know that our names are special? It indicates towards the fate. Children are never named by accident. That means that the saint Antonina, she protects you, and you felt it in your heart and bought the icon. Do you remember now? To be true, no. I remember more than you do, it looks like it. Then it is not holy to you. To know holiness, you must have experience, you must search. I suppose you do the following. Put the icon on the table where you cook, and when you cook, think like this. I want this food to be filled with your purity. I want to serve you like this, because you are a saint, and the goal of your life is to give happiness to other people. You do not live for yourself. And by thinking like this, you cook. I want this food to be filled with your purity. I want to be your servant in this manner, by filling this food with your purity and by feeding my close people with it. I hope you do not think that this is just some fairy tale, because I do this every day. And in order for me to help you, I must think very highly of you. And for that I need to see your qualities. For example, I need to see that you, by nature, are a very simple person. Simplicity is a quality of a holy person. Each person's soul, it has some quality. You are simple and kind. Did I see you right? I hope so. It is difficult for me to speak of myself. Did you like what I said? I understood what you said. Do you understand that I can feel you? About this holiness, I hope you do. And similarly, once you start to think about this icon and cook, in this mode I want to serve you so that your kindness and purity went to my relatives. Then, after several times like this, you will see true qualities of Saint Antonina. you will start to feel what she's really like. And as your relationships develop, the feeling will go so deep that you will perceive her as a personality, not just like an icon, a picture, but as a personality. And it wouldn't be a fairy tale or illusion, it will be the force that will help you in life afterwards. I'm going to tell you how. Now see, you have some difficult period and you feel bad. You start to cook, thinking about this icon, and your heart will fill with calm and peace. Is this real interference with your life? You feel bad no longer at all. Is this actual interference? Yes, but this is not all. There will be time when you will be desperate in your life and you are going to really need help from above. And instead of running to a psychologist, you will start thinking about the icon, and first you will be calm in your heart, and then you will get knowledge what to do. It will be a real event. Please raise your hands who experienced it. Look how many people here. Did you hear my instructions on how to cook? Yes, everyone has an instruction of his own. Some people have a holy book or a picture of a holy place, but it is always personal. It's always relationships. Some people cook with holiness like this. They just murmur something under their nose and they think that then the food becomes holy. If you murmur a prayer, you must know exactly what you are doing. For example, in Omsk, the newlyweds came to my lecture. The groom, he was in a suit, and the bride, she wore a veil, and they made a vegetarian wedding at a restaurant earlier than usually. They made it early in the morning, from 9 or 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And do you know why they did that? Because the whole wedding went to the lecture afterwards. And during the lecture, we made an experiment. The husband, I made him repeat the following: I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And he did that for about 30 seconds, and then I asked the wife, did you hear that he loves you? She said, no, but he repeated it multiple times. And then I asked him to remember their first meeting and her eyes in that moment. And to say one time, I love you. Just say it with this memory in your heart. And when he did, she started to cry. And did you feel it? And she said she did. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how you should feel about holiness. You should remember what happened, and with this feeling, you must pray, or cook, or do anything else. If there is no memory, it all makes no sense. It's just a waste of time. If you come to a temple and you do not feel respect for this place, and you bow down, there is no use in bowing. Once I caught myself. There were a lot of temples and I was on a pilgrimage. I went into one temple. I hit my head on the floor, I went up to the altar, and I didn't know whether I bowed or not. I caught myself at this. I did not know whether I bowed, and I understood this pilgrimage made no sense. And so I slowed down and I started over. I entered the temple. First I waited for this feeling of respect and gratitude inside me, and then I bowed down. And these are the relationships you should build.